somebody came and got me in the trailer park when I was 13 years old. Ginger Brooks, I'm be 50 pretty soon. But she came and knocked on my door, and my parents allowed us to drive on the bus, and we went there, and then they had good people there. They had contests. Whoever brought the most people won a pizza. Well, I wanted that pizza pretty bad, so I won the contest, got a pizza and a Bible. And from then it was on, and I got saved. On Easter Sunday, we had 27 people came all together. There were several things that inspired me. One was, of course, your message before, the challenge, to get the people in there. My children, get them involved in the getting children into the church, especially, there's a few days of the year that's really important. And I believe that a lot of people come to church. And so I just decided that we was going to go get as many as we could and see how it would go about. And if we needed to, we'd get the bus, and that's exactly what happened. Outreach has always been in my heart, but when God talks about the children, like in the book of Matthew, and I believe it's chapter 18 and also 19, but 18 talks about bringing the children in and not to forget the children. And so that was on my heart right there, was remembering those words, and bring the little kids into the Word of House as soon as possible. At first you're real nervous and scared, and you're apprehensive, and that's part of the process. And what you have to do is just let that go, and then just go out there and do it, and don't worry about the outcome, because God takes care of that. I always told my friends the only bad door I ever knocked on was the one that nobody answered. Everybody else, I can handle that. It's no problem. So we go out there, and what we do is we just say, hey, we're going to invite you to come to our church. And they say no. I don't take it personal. I just say thank you and go on to the next door. And you'd be amazed once you get out there, once you talk to that first person and get them to come, it's just God just fills you with so many blessings. It's for yourself. You just get excited, and then you don't want to stop. You just keep going. Well, first what I did was I sat down with my children and explained to them what we wanted to do, and they were on board for it. So that was their challenge, was to go get their friends in the neighborhood. And then my wife at work, she talked to some of her friends, and their children came also. And then they wanted to come, they didn't have no way to come, so we brought their mom too. So we went out in the neighborhood and gathered the children, found the ones that weren't coming, and then we went and talked to their parents, and they said yes, and so we went and picked them up. The biggest challenge was getting their parents to let them to come, because they had no way. And once the bus was available, that opened a lot of avenues. It really did. Don't settle. That's the key, is don't settle. The objective is to get as many people to know Christ so they can get saved. Okay, that's our objective. Now, they're not going to do that. You're not going to do that just sitting at home saying, oh, I want to do it. You have to actually take that first step. I can promise you, if you take that first step, once you do that, it's like being saved. When you first got saved, I heard people like, man, they're on fire for Christ for at least 2 weeks. They're like invincible. It's the same exact feeling once you get that first person, you knock on the door and you talk to them, and then standing right there in front of their home, they accept Christ. It's the same. You get all the blessings also. God just fills you with the Spirit, and you just don't want to stop. You'll keep going and going and going. You say, well, I can't do that. I'm not that kind of person. Trust me, neither was I. But when you go out there and do it, God takes care of all that. If you're a Christian, you should have that desire to want to do that to please the Lord, because you'd be thankful for all the things He's done for you.